Hello and welcome to the Aramaic for the week. So we finally get to the interpretation of the dream. We've been waiting for this a long, long time. We're going to do two verses today. Finally, in verse 36, we get the interpretation of the dream. Dana, Kelma, U Pishrei, Neymar, Kadam, Malka. This is the dream and its interpretation. We will tell it before the king. All right. So dana is the demonstrative in Aramaic. It's the equivalent of zeh in Hebrew. Doesn't look a lot the same, although z and d are both dentals, so there might be a relationship there. Anyway, just memorize it. This is the dream. So kamatz aleph, we know very well by now, is the in Aramaic, and it goes at the end of the word. This, the dream, and his interpretation, but we don't consider dreams his, so we'll say its interpretation. This is a consonantal hey. I'm a real hey. It's got a mapik there to say I'm not just an empty hey. I'm not what the hey. I'm a consonantal. So this is his or its interpretation. Pesher. Think Qumran, the Dead Sea Scrolls. Here is the interpretation. Here's the Pesher. Neymar, this is Amar, like in Hebrew, and Nun is the first common singular we, like in Hebrew. And so some similarities there to Hebrew in terms of the consonants. So it is perfect tense, first common plural from Amar. It's the basic stem, the all in Aramaic. We call it the kal stem or the G stem or the grundstam in Hebrew. Anyway, before preposition, the king, Melech, an oldie but a goodie. And that is the first verse of today, Daniel 2:36. This is the dream and its interpretation. We are going to tell it. We're going to tell to the king. All right. Now, next verse. Anta, yeah. Malka, Melech, Malkaya, D, Elah, Shemaya, Malkuta. All right. You. Now, ata is you in Hebrew, and the nun is just assimilated, I think, in Hebrew in general. But it's played out in Aramaic. There it is. I see a nun. You, O king. So it seems that the article can be used as a bit of a vocative. We see this with like Abba, which means O Father. So you, O king, are king of kings, and no, that's wrong. No, he's not that kind of a king. But he is a king of kings, a king of the kings, but he's not the king of the kings. God the Father is king of kings, and Jesus is king of kings. All right, so Melech, king of. So I'm going to take this as a construct. That's where I got the of. That's where the of comes from. So it is masculine singular construct, king of. And then the kings. So this would be plural, masculine plural of Melech with a the on it, emphatic. You, O king, are a king of the kings. That and one who, that's the relative pronoun in Aramaic, like asher in Hebrew, but it's d in Aramaic. Who, Elah, the God or God. So Elohim is God, that typically in the Old Testament. Elah is God. You can see the L on the front, is God in Aramaic so far. You are God of, so I'm going to take this as construct, the skies, Shemaya. There's the, and then you can see the connection to Shemayim in Hebrew. So that maybe there should be a kingdom here. Malkuta, the kingdom. So Malkut is also kingdom in Hebrew. The kingdom, the power and the strength and the glory God gave to you. Okay, that you, O king, are a king of the kings, whom the God of the skies gave to whom maybe to whom would work better. To whom the God of the skies gave to you the kingdom, the power, the strength, and the glory. Um, Pretty high words. So this is Kisna U Takpa V Kara Yahav Lak. Okay, so these are simple nouns with the article on it. The kingdom, feminine word. The power, Kessel, Kessen. It's Kissen power. Um, and then this is the strength, Takpa, and then the glory. So you see the kamatz aleph on the end of these. He gave. So this would be the all the basic stem, the call in Hebrew or G. He gave to you. Same lamed meaning to and ka meaning you. Although I found in general that ka in Aramaic tends to be masculine, whereas in Hebrew this particular ka would be feminine, I think. All right, so there you have it. So Daniel, here we go. This is the dream and its interpretation. We are going to tell it before the king. You, O king, are a king of the kings, to whom the God of the skies has given the kingdom and the power and the strength and the glory. All right, so we're getting close to the interpretation, very close. We've started, we're on the runway, we're going to get there. Next week, Lord willing, we will continue with Daniel's interpretation, Pesher, of the king's dream.